And let's go back to the Cenotaph, where we're joined by the Minister of Veterans Affairs, Jill McKnight. Minister, great to have you on this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's a special day to be here in Ottawa.
It certainly is, and a powerful day as well. You know, we always protect the solemnity of this day, but I know a lot of veterans are wondering, this year, this Remembrance Day is coming a week after the federal budget, and I know your government has cut funding to veterans by more than $4 billion. And so in terms of the real-world impact for those veterans, what does it mean?
Well, first, I'd like to clarify that it's not actually a cut. What we are doing is making an adjustment to the reimbursement for one type of treatment to bring it in line with market rates. And in fact, we're actually investing in our veterans with over $184 million to equip us to be able to deliver services and benefits to the veterans that they're eligible for in a more timely and responsive manner to them. So we're actually investing in veterans and making sure they have access to what they need.
So to clarify then, service standards will not change and benefits will not change?
Correct. Veterans are not losing access to benefits. What we are doing is making an adjustment to a reimbursement for one of the benefits that is available to them to bring it in line with the market rates of that particular product. Making sure that veterans have access to the benefits to which they're eligible is our key focus, and we're investing in doing it in a more timely manner.
Minister, I know one of the other pockets of money in the budget will be going towards recruitment, which is a major challenge, as we've been mentioning. The Auditor General mentioned that in her report recently. Tell me exactly how that's going to change. What's going to be done to recruit more members into the CAF and get them into basic training? Because that was one of her observations as well, that even once they're recruited, they're not even making it on track for that.
Well, I think today is an example of how we can be having more conversations about veterans, but specifically about today's modern-day veterans and how it is that veterans are serving and Canadian Armed Forces members are serving. You know, growing up, when I think of a veteran, I would think of somebody from the Second World War, the First World War, Korea. And today we know that veterans are serving in many different places, whether it's the Persian Gulf, Afghanistan, but it's also the humanitarian work that's being done, is the disaster response. And so I think as we're telling these stories and making them connected to community and youth, there's an opportunity to highlight the incredible skills that individuals can get through service in the CAF, and those are part of the storytelling that we can be doing. We also know that we've made the significant investment to raise the compensation rates and the pay raises for our CAF members, as we had taken feedback that, you know, this was a factor, and so we're making those investments to show that service in the CAF is a future you can count on, and as Veterans Affairs will continue to be there with these individuals after their service.
Minister, as you watch the faces and the crowd gathering around you, what are you thinking today?
Well, for myself, I'm thinking about my grandfathers that served and what their experiences are like. But again, I'm also thinking about my uncle who served after the Second World War, and I'm thinking about the service of my good family friend who's serving currently in Edmonton. And I'm thinking about what the future will look like for them. I'm thinking about the foundation of our country that has been built because of the service of those that have served previously and those serving today, and the country that we're building for my niece and nephew as they grow up. So all of these are coming in, and then I'm also reflecting on the conversations that I've had with veterans across the country in the last 6 months, as I think about the veteran entrepreneurs I've met, if I think about the families that I was with yesterday that were welcoming individuals home, and as I think about you know, the challenges that I've heard people are experiencing and how we continue to support them in their life after service.
Veterans Affairs Minister Jill McKnight. Minister, thank you.
Thank you.